it's Jenny McKenna here to give you some info on doing games at parties. We were at the meeting the other night, our team meeting, and I said I'd put together a video. There is a video out there, but it's a bit longer and it's from America, so I thought I'd do our own British version of it. So this game I'm going to tell you about is called the Catalogue walkthrough game, and I find this game really helpful to engage everyone at the party with a great way to have fun and get through the party flowing while engaging the guests with the info that we need to tell them about buying, about hosting, about joining, all those things. So it's called the Party Walkthrough Game. I've uploaded this document to our Scentsy team page, so you can have a look at that. But basically, it's going to step-by-step take them through the catalogue, but it starts with a game. So you get a gift. I've just got a gift bag because I have nothing in it, but you can put whatever you want in it. You can put a bar of chocolate. One of the things I find most important to put in is a host or a join brochure and leaflet, because that's who's going to get the gift in the end, is the person who you think is most likely to join, possibly, or something like that. So you're going to start off the party with who has known the hostess the longest, and you're going to hand the bag to them, but then you got to tell them that they can't open it yet. And so this is a great way to introduce Scentsy, how long it's been going, when it started in the UK, some small things like that. The next thing you're going to do is who has the most Scentsy warmers. And now not all of your parties you'll have guests who has Scentsy warmers, but if you do, I would then use that to have them come up and give any tips about how to use their Scentsy warmer. And you can use this opportunity to show them the fold out bit that shows them all the warmers. If you don't have a host that has, if you don't have a party where people have warmers, you could just ask who has the most scented candles, and then use that as an explanation of what makes Scentsy safer and talk about the warmers. The next one would be who has used the most essential oils. Oh, sorry. And as you're doing this, they're then passing the gift on to the next person. So, but they don't get to open the gift. So there's only one gift and nobody gets to open it until the last person. So who has the most essential oils? You can talk about aromatherapy and you can show them what page it's on. I've written down tips for that. You need to make sure to tell them that our scents are not created for anything but for smells, but it'll get them talking about different scents and smells with aromatherapy. The next one I would do is who has the youngest kid. And then you can talk about, you can go to the pages for the kids line and you could talk about the buddies and you could pass one around. I would talk about the kids' warmers and diffusers. I would also talk about the kids' scrubbing things, the bath time things, and talk about scent packs. And then again, they'll pass the gift on to the person who has the youngest child. I then say who does the most laundry. It's a really good game because it engages them to talk about, they'll be laughing and joking about who has the most laundry in a week and how many loads they did. And that'll get them engaging and talking to each other. But they're also listening to what you're talking about is in the catalogue. So you then can go on and tell them what page the laundry care is on and have them then, know all about the laundry care. The next one I do, I have them pass who has the oldest car. And you have to be very careful about this, but I sometimes suggest that the oldest car might be a bit smelly. So then you can tell them about car bars. And I then refer them to the page that has the fragrance grid and talk about car bars, but also then you can tell them in the fragrance grid on page 44, it shows you what scents come in what things, car bars, and scent packs, obviously. You can then do, in America they talk about coupons and things, so I changed it to who found the best deal this month. Maybe someone's been to Aldi and they bought something really cheap or something like that. You could do that. And then you could talk about the combine and save and open them that page. And again, they're passing the gift to the person who found the best deal. The next one you're going to pass the gift to is who most recently organized a fundraiser, which I think is something we haven't done a lot, but I know a few of you have done a few fundraisers and things. You could then tell them about the charity buddy, but also then give them an opportunity to talk to tell them about hosting their own fundraiser for their school or for their women's group or whatever it is through Scentsy. Now, this isn't something you have to do. Any of these things you could take out if you didn't feel comfortable with, but I just thought that was a good one to throw in there. You can tweak this to however it works best for you. Then you could do the next one is pass your gift to the person who's hosted the most direct selling parties in the last year, or the person who most recently hosted a direct selling party, because you want them to talk about why they hosted it, probably for the freebies. Do they get lots of good stuff? And then you can tell them about our host rewards on page 49 in the catalogue. And last but not least, then they're going to pass the gift to the person who has worked the most hours this week. Now, this one always turns into hilarity at my parties. So they pass the gift to that person, because you then want to find out how many hours they worked, and you want to talk about the benefits of joining and sharing your own story and how it's created time for you, or maybe giving you extra cash on the side or things like that. Now, that person is the person who gets to open the gift. So that's why you want to have something about joining inside with the gift, because that person then gets to open the gift. So that's how this game works. I always think it's a great way to have some fun at your party again and get the party flowing, but also to give all the information you have to give out, a bit like on a, not on a rota, but, you know, on a sheet for everyone to then get through it. Because I know some of you discussed the fact that sometimes you find it really hard, you need everything written down. Well, this kind of gives you it written down, but then gives you a bit of leeway as to what you say and how you work it. So I hope this helps everyone. I've loaded this document so you have it written down, and I hope this helps you with your next party. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.